skate. Zitzelsperger picks it up, goes to throw it to Jones, and he can't come up with it. Poke checked away by Pinello as it enters the zone. Pinello poke checks it away again, gets it to Jones, who lost the handle as he's going. Gets under Pinello's skates, but Zitzelsperger picks it up. Power play is over to the blue line and throw deep into the zone. First one there is Fort Collins. Puck comes off a Fort Collins skate, but nobody there to take advantage. Pinello at the blue line keeps it in. Jones around the cage, gets it poke checked around the defender, but right to number 2, and he gets it to the blue line. Gardner gets a skate on it, but then the rebound gets out into the zone. Comes the puck, dropped at the blue line. Winogle scrumming away. Puck comes free. Nope, check to the ice, hand in the air, and we're going to be on a power play or a kill. There's the touch-up, and at 6:47, your Cats are on the kill. Cross-checking at the blue line is what was called. Lucy A to the hole at 6:47 of the second. Down by 2. Puck now won by Fort Collins to the blue line. Shot. Block, save, and a cover, and now we get a whistle. And we get a whistle as the Fort Collins crowd loses their minds. They say it went in. Harris got down, got it covered. A lot of poke checking away there. Some defenders got to stand up. You don't let them stick a stick in your goalie's face. Puck down, one by Fort Collins, back to the blue line, cross ice to the opposite blue line. Shot blocked in front from Keogh. Shanahan got a stick on it, but it gets its way all the way behind the cage. Then it's picked up. Skated through the blue line, thrown into neutral, but immediately picked off by Fort Collins. Shot. What a save by Harris. Harris was in the butterfly of all butterflies and came up with a monstrous save to keep this a 2-0 game. Kuska in there battling away, finally gets pickpocketed away from him, walked in front, lost the handle as his poke checked away, throw to the blue line, and finally gets out. Finally somebody skating with purpose is Shanahan. Shanahan picks it up, one man standing as he's checked off the puck. Puck is then thrown down ice. We'll take that because that is an icing. 105 left in the kill, 5:52 left in the period, down by 2. We got minutes of brilliance here by individual players skating with purpose, putting on the pressure, creating the turnovers, but they got no help when it's much needed down there. Need 1 or 2 more guys to step up and do it at the exact same time. Puck down, one shot. Kicked out wide and gloved down in front of the net by one of the Fort Collins players. He's going to skate it to the blue line. Small pickpockets him as he poke checks it away and then throws it hard into the zone. Good work by Small. Heth gives chase into the zone. Throw it around the cage by Fort Collins. They put on the brakes. Now here comes an outlet to the blue line. Skated out into neutral. Walks it right into the zone. Poke checked around. Gardner, he's going to cycle the cage. Throws it back to the blue line. On his stick, cross ice pass to the top of the circles. Heft is there to meet him. He throws it around the cage to the opposite circles. Pass back to the blue line. Walks back to the top of the circles. In behind the cage. Fort Collins showing you how you get a couple solid passes put back together for a shot, save, and a cover by Harris. Shot, goal. As the puck come free on number 2, found its way to the one player in a white jersey standing in front of Harris. He picks it up. Harris is down and out, throws it blocker side high for the 3-0 lead. And that's what a power play is supposed to look like. Solid, crisp passes, control of the puck, shot on net, rebound to the back of the goal. Puck down, one by Fort Collins to the blue line. Pinello throws it out, but it makes it all the way into the zone. Fort Collins picks it up to the blue line. throw it out of the zone into neutral. Pinello knifes it down as he gives chase. Throws it hard around the boards, but it gets past Keenan to the blue line and out. Cross ice pass into neutral, then another cross ice pass right on the money, stayed on the stick, skates it into the zone. Shot, save, kicked out high and wide by Harris, and that was inches between a 4-0 game. Fort Collins just out skating the Cats right now, standing and watching. Guys with speed, nobody putting some leather on them, putting a body on them, checking them. They're walking right in, getting clear shots on Harris. He's coming up with the save. Puck down, puck checked away to the blue line. Cross ice pass. Shot. Keenan, nope. Kutska took it off of a skate as Gardner gives chase. Drop pass around the cage. Here comes a wraparound. Nope. Held on to it. Top of the circle. Cycle going back the other way. Another nice pass to the back of the cage. Walks in front. Shot, score. Nope. Save by Harris. Another great save by Harris. Shot, goal. Fort Collins just skating around circles now. Your Cats cycles the cage, cycles the circles, throws one wrister side. Glove high to the back of the net, and your Cats are down by 4. I believe Coach Heft has called a much-needed timeout.
3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the second period.
I think the first thing out of his mouth was going to say, you want to stand and watch, boys? You can watch from the bench. Because the last 3 minutes of this game, Fort Collins has been putting on a skating clinic.
Wynn's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned company that cares about quality and the community. With Wynn's Plumbing and Heating, you will know exactly what you'll get. High-quality service for all your plumbing and heating needs.
We have a goalie change for your Cats. 31 Clothier is in that. Puck now won by Jones, and then Keogh throws it into the zone. Picked off though. Throw it out to neutral, but immediately picked off and skated into the zone. Drop past the blue line. Poke check, stays in the zone. Fort Collins getting all the breaks here. Pinello gets beat on the circles. Shot saved by Clothier. It's still Harris. No goalie change, my fault. Back into the corner, Jones scrumming, Zitzelsberger in there to help. Puck is ping-pong away, finally comes free, finds Jones in the stick. He fans on it, but gets enough on it to get it out of the zone. Throw it back in, and 3 Cats stand there and look at each other. Are you going to skate to it, or am I? I don't know. Somebody feathered back down the boards to the top of the circle. Shot, blocked in front by Zitzelsberger. Pinello picks it up. His pass is telegraphed and picked off before it ever makes it to Jones streaking. It's thrown right back into the zone. Skated around the net by Fort Collins. Once again, Cats standing and watching. Wrap around, shot, doorstep. Finally, the trash is cleared, but throw to the point man. Shot saved by Harris. Harris is the only Cat playing this game right now. Throw it into the corner. Jones gives chase. Back to the blue line, and it finally makes it one mistake that Fort Collins has made this period. Gets under his stick all the way back into his own zone. Cat's going to be caught in the line change. Comes into the zone, 2-on-3. Shot high and wide over the top of the net into the glass. Come to the blue line. Now we got to break out. Loses the puck, but picked right back up into neutral. Lost. Coming back the other way. Skated into the zone by Fort Collins. Puts on the brakes. Drop passes it to a walking in man. Shot saved by Harris. Kicked up high into the glass. Down the boards, but not out. Pinello checks the man hard up against the board. Separates him from the puck, but Fort Collins still has it. Pass back off of a skate at the blue line. Locked in front. We got numbers going the other way. 2-on-1 if they can skate it. Trumbley's got it on his stick. Doesn't pull the trigger. Puck comes free though. Winogle's shot and a save by the Fort Collins goalie. Cats cannot get a break as Winogle and Trumbley both had walk-in opportunities. Both shots hit the goalie on the way in. Puck comes into the zone, then poke checked out. Winogle skating with purpose. That's how you do it, number 12. Picked up at neutral, feathered right back to him. He's going to walk it in. No, that's Miller. Made a great move into the net, but forgot to take the rubber disc with him. And it's poke checked into the zone as Gardner tracks it down. He gets a stick on it, throws it in the corner, still tracks it down.
1 minute left in the period.
Cross ice pass to the blue line, and finally another mistake by Fort Collins. Gets it out of the zone, but they touch it, pass it right back in. Shot is fanned on, and Harris has got to cover it as it makes its way to the net. 48 seconds left in the second, down by 4. Puck down to the blue line, cross ice pass, here comes a shot. Shot blocked in front by one of the Fort Collins players, and then his other player throws it the length of the ice into the zone. We finally get down there, poke checked around Small, then poke checked around Kutska, then poke checked into the zone. Now we get a hand in the air, and I believe your Cats are going to go on the kill with 21.2 seconds left in the period. Who went? You know who went? Miller to the hole at 21.2 seconds of the second. Puck down, caught up in the skates. Shanahan did win it, but poke checked away right to Fort Collins. Back to the point, beats one at the circle, shot back door, saved by Harris. Another beautiful save by Harris. Pinello picks it up, throws it the length of the ice. Shanahan and Soroki give chase. Shanahan picks it off, doesn't. Had a little bit of mo, but ran out of time on the clock. And at the end of 2, your Cats down by 4. We get a little scrum here. He going to be thrown. So I believe there's a little extracurricular activity after the whistle. Cats skating to the bench. Fort Collins skating to the bench. Something happened. I had my head turned, heard the screaming and yelling. I did see the referee throw his hand. The indication he threw was that he just ejected that player, but I'm going to have to wait to watch. See what happens here. And yes, there is another penalty on the board. So once again, your Cats are got a 5-on-3. So I don't think they're going to throw him. I haven't seen him go out yet. They did call the penalty on him.
Cross-checking number 8 for unsportsmanlike.
And it looks like we're going to have matching. Shanahan's going to go to the hole too. So there goes the 5-on-3 I was telling you about. It'll still be a power play for It will still be a power play for Fort Collins. No Zam here. Puck down, one by Castleview was Soroki, but picked off right away by Fort Collins skated top the circle shot. Harris might have got a piece of it to kick it high wide into the glass to the blue line. Shot kicked off the skate into the corner all the way around the boards of the top of the circles. Picked up by Fort Collins. Pass back to the top of the blue line. Cross ice pass to the top of the circles. Here comes a shot. Saved by Harris as he got down, a glove out, and held on. So 1:13 left in the power play kill. Puck down, one by. Fort Collins walks it into the doorstep. Saved by Harris, kicked out wide, tied up against the cage by Keenan and Marks, I do believe. Nope, that's Keogh. Keogh and Keenan tied it up on the side of the cage off of the Harris save to get the whistle for the face-off. 1:07 left in the power play. Believe that's Hef steps in for the draw. He does win it back to Gardner. Gardner throws it to the blue line, but not out. Cross ice pass. Shot off of the crossbar. Back to the blue line. To the top of the circles. Puts on the brakes. Throws it in behind the cage. Walks it in. Poke checked away. Winogle picks up the trash. Throws it to the blue line. Hits Fort Collins. Comes all the way out of the zone. Right back in and no offsides. Fort Collins getting all the breaks now. Check into the corner by Kuska. Puck comes to the front of the net and is finally thrown down ice by Lucier. Lucier gives chase. Lucier does separate the man from the puck. He's got him tied up. He does get it back though. Good skating by Lucier, putting on some pressure, skating with fire. Puck comes to neutral. Lucier gets enough to separate the man from the puck as Winogle poke checks it away. Into neutral, now skated into the blue line. Top of the circles, throws it to himself around the back of the cage, picks it up. Top of the circles, pass to the blue line, picked right off. Thrown into the corner, loses the handle. Gardner checked off the puck, had a stick on it, loses an edge and goes down. Pass back to the top of the blue line, shot way wide off the side of the cage by Fort Collins, but they pick it up behind the cage. Put a body on him, he finally goes down off, losing an edge. Winogle in there to get a stick on it. Puck is free on top of the doorstep and finally picked up by Lucier. Skated to, that's how you do it, skate it to neutral and then throw it down the ice. Now we get a hand in the air. Oh, no, it's going to be a penalty on Castleview again. Shot, saved by Harris. Pinello touches it up and there's a whistle. I don't know how we get a slashing call as Lucier was tripped at the center stripe. They're going to call him for slashing as the player was going by him, and Lucier to the hole at 12:39 of the third, down by 4, back-to-back power plays for Fort Collins. Puck down, puck comes free. Pinello did get a stick on it, then his poke checked in front of Harris. Zitzelsperger picks it up on the corner and throws it the length of the ice. Jones does give chase as Fort Collins picks it up, puts on the brakes behind his net. Here comes the outlet to the blue line, skates it into neutral. Now into the zone, walks right in around Pinello. Shot saved by Harris. Well, I would say the only way you beat speed is to play physical and put a body on them. When they're skating in like that, stand them up. But you can't do this in this game. You touch anybody here, and now they've got the crowd against them, and any touch by a Castleview player is going to end up a penalty call. Miller down there to block the shot, losing edge and goes down. Shot saved by Harris. Now we get another whistle. I believe the cage came off its cowlings again. .12 left in the third, down by 4. You gotta believe, gotta try to get at least one. Hef tied up on the draw. The puck is finally picked up by Keenan, throwed into neutral by a high stick. He can't touch it. Finally does, and there is the whistle. Keenan throws it down the ice. The one lone standing Lambda knifed it down with a high stick. So for the face-off, Hef does win it, but it's into the skates of the Lambda. Then it's kicked out wide around the back of the net, puts on the brakes. Here comes the breakout. Skates it out of the zone to the blue line, feathers it. Now skated into neutral, now into the zone, top of the circles. Keenan's poke checks it away. Good work by Keenan. Hef picks up the trash, throws it to the blue line, but not out. Off of the boards, takes a bounce, and then Hef gets a stick on it to get it out of the zone. Standing at neutral was a Lambda. He skates it into the zone, still on his stick. Drop pass to the top of the circle, separated from it, throw to the blue line, but not out. Shot, saved by Harris. Cross ice pass, or big down ice pass was blocked off of Hef skates. Comes to neutral, throw it into the zone. Fort Collins picks it up. Here comes the outlet pass to the blue line. Cross ice pass is picked up and held on to. Throw down the boards, got it back. Miller, great work there. Separated him from the puck one, but couldn't come up with it on the second try. Shot blocked in front by Keenan and is kicked out wide. Kutska picks it up. He throws it off of Miller's skates. Fort Collins picks it right back up, skates into the zone. That was an offsides again, not called. To the blue line, cross ice pass, top the circles, walks it in, shot, saved by Harris. Power play is over. Puts on the brakes, loses an edge, but keeps the puck to the blue line. Gets around Keenan's stick to the back of the corner. Walk to the top of the circles, loses the handles, but gets it back. Is Fort Collins. Fort Collins loses an edge and goes down as Keenan picks it up, throws it around the boards off the blue line. And there's where you need clean ice. Sawerki was in behind the defense on the breakaway, and you could see the snow fly, and it stopped that puck dead. He took off, and the puck stayed in the zone. Scrum on the boards finally comes free and is thrown the length of the ice, knifed down by Sawerki, and he gives chase. Keenan threw it. Sawerki goes to give a back pass to Shanahan, but Shanahan cut in instead of out. Marks had it at the blue line, loses an edge and goes down to his knees as it's picked up in neutral and thrown into the zone. Gardner gives chase. Gardner does get there, wraps it all the way around the boards too. Jones cross ice pass to Gardner. Gardner's got it on his stick. Feathers one to Sawerki. Shanahan's offsides. There's the whistle. Offsides, comes out of the zone at 9:18 of the third, down by 4. Puck down into the corner. Gets around Zitzelsperger into neutral. Poke checked away by Gardner at the blue line to Zitzelsperger. Zitzelsperger gets it to Jones. Jones one-on-one. Now gets a shot on net, kicked out wide. Shot, kicked out wide again, back to Jones. Jones throws it to the doorstep. No cats at home. Zitzelsperger tracks it down, has it on his stick. Zitzelsperger fighting away. Scrum, and the puck comes free to Fort Collins. To the blue line and out to neutral. Throw down ice to the blue line. Keogh's got it, lost the handle of it. Still in the zone. Top the circles, drop pass. Blocked in front by Keogh, but right back into the zone. Shot, blocker save into the rafters by Harris. 8:31 of the third, down by 4. Winogle sets him for the draw. He wins it back to Pinello. Pinello off the boards, right back to Winogle. He got it caught up in his skates, but then got a stick on it and threw it down ice. Lucier to give chase. Lucier does get there, separates the man from the puck. Lucier battle away, so is Winogle. Poke checked out of the zone. Drop pass to Pinello's way behind him by Kutska. He's got to give, tracks it down. Pinello picks it up around his own cage. Pinello skates it out to the blue line, throws it to Trumbley. Lost it, got it back, throws it off the boards too. Fort Collins picked up and thrown into the zone by Kutska. We get a hand in the air. And And once again, frustration comes in, and Castleview is going to the kill. Oh, we're not matching here. Both guys are going to the hole. So, I believe it's still 5-on-5 hockey. Winogle steps in for the draw. Puck down, get caught up in the referee skates, back to Gardner, who threw it right to a Fort Collins player. Shot blocked in front by Keogh. Cross ice pass to the blue line. Finally a pass Fort Collins didn't come up with, stays into neutral, but Cats can't keep it on their stick as it's poke checked away at the blue line. Throws right back in, glove down by Keogh. Keogh's got it on his stick now. Throws it hard around the boards to Keenan. Keenan overskated it, but got it back. Poke checked away from him. Trumbley in there to help. Winogle behind his own net. Picks it up, throws it down the boards. Drop pass by Lucier. Wrap back around the boards and then right back the other way to Lucier. Lucier's got it on his stick. He's going to skate it to the blue line. Lucier into neutral. From the center stripe, takes a shot that's kicked out wide. Saved by the Fort Collins goalie. Puck comes to the blue line and out. Pickpocketed by Trumbley. He picks it up at the blue line and throws it into the zone. Nobody there, but Fort Collins as the Cats were on a line change. Skated into the zone now. Drop pass to the blue line. Off the boards. Thrown hard around the cage. Picked up there. Poke checked away by Pinello to Gardner. Gardner's going to skate around to the top of the circles. Throws one out of the zone into neutral. Fort Collins does pick it up in neutral and throws it right back into the zone. Pinello takes it off of a skate and tracks it down. He's checked hard into the boards but comes up with the puck. He's got it on his stick. Throws a cross ice pass. Hits Small right in the stick. He throws it into the zone and gives chase. We cannot keep control of it long enough to start any type of a scoring opportunity. Poke checked into the corner, now turned over and a cross ice pass to the blue line. Gardner does keep it in though. Cross ice pass by Fort Collins to the opposite blue line and out. Pinello's the last man standing. Got a stick on it, but right back to Gardner in there to pick up the trash off the Pinello poke check to save that shot opportunity. Back to the top of the blue line. Here comes a shot. Blocked in front by Gardner. Right to Fort Collins player. Shot. Blocked in front again. Picked up by Pinello. Thrown to the blue line, but not out. Top of the circles. Pinello's beat at the circles as it puts on the brakes, goes the other way. Shot off of Gardner's skates. Pinello picks it up. And he's going to throw it to the length of the ice. Oh, what do they call that? Oh, that would be icing. Well, I guess it was desperation mode. I don't like it either way. Line changes for Castleview. 5:08 left in this one. Down by 4. Puck down, won by Shanahan. Caught up in his skates. He finally gets it out to Swarovski cross ice pass. Marks wanted it, slammed his stick hard on the ice, but when it got to him, he couldn't control it. He does track it down, and he gets it to Keogh at the top of the circle. Keogh skates to the top of the circle, drop passes it, gets it back, then loses it. Now he's got it back again. Got Shanahan on the doorstep, wants it bad, didn't get it to him. Cycles the top of the circles all the way to the blue line. Cross ice pass. Swarovski couldn't come up with it. Cross ice pass to Keenan, get a shot. Shot, block, save, and a cover. Nope, puck comes free to the top of the circles. Nothing on that shot. Shot, save, and a cover off Swarovski into the glove and the hold by the Fort Collins goalie. Castleview hasn't got very many looks, not very many shots on goal last period and a half, and when you get an opportunity, it better have smoke on it or it ain't going to beat this kid. Shanahan steps in for the draw. Puck down. Shanahan did win it again, but it caught up in his skates and came to Fort Collins. Neutral ice and into the zone. Shot blocked by Keogh as he went Superman style. Swarovski picks it up around his own cage. Throws it out to the front. Keogh's got it. Skated to the blue line. Goes to throw under Shanahan, but it's out of his reach. banged right into the zone hard by Fort Collins. Keogh gets enough of a stick on it. Soroki picks up the trash, throws it to Shanahan. Sorry, Shanahan skates it into the zone. Shanahan had it, lost it, got it back, lost it. Soroki shot, save. There it is, marked, shot, fanned on. Here comes a shot. Pinello blocked in front by Trash. Kicked into the corner. Soroki gives chase. He's checked off of the puck, but he gets it right back. Scrum along the boards. Now we get a whistle as the puck finds its way into Fort Collins' bench. 3:35 left in this one. It's down by 4. Jones steps in for the draw. He does win it, but it gets into the boards through under Zitzelsberger. Back to Pinello. Shot. Kicked out wide. Save and a cover by the Fort Collins goalie. You couldn't shot it any farther away than that. Pinello did get it to the cage, but it did not come off for a rebound. Puck down this time. Fort Collins wins it. Jones is in there to scrum, though. Comes out to the boards. Pinello gets it poke checked, had it poke checked, and lost the handle of it. 2-on-1 going the other way. Back door out of the reach of the Fort Collins player. Luckily on the turnover. Comes free at the blue line. Picked up by Jones. Jones had it, lost it, and Jones overskated it. The Jones-Jones connection as Gardner picks it up, throws it into the zone. Zitzelsberger gets a stick on it to keep it in. Jones to track it down, but Collins picks it up, throws it around its own cage. Poke checked away. Good skating still by Jones. Glove down and skated out of the zone by one of the Fort Collins players. Into the zone now, top of the circles. Cross ice, makes it through everybody. Off the board, shot, saved by Harris. Shot, saved by Harris. Pinello picks up the draft, throws it hard around the boards. Jones has it on his stick, still on his stick. He throws it back to Pinello. Pinello puts on the brakes, takes a look. Here comes the breakout. Pinello loses the handle, gets it back, loses the handle. Gets it back, turnover, shot, blocked in front by Gardner. Then it finally ping-pongs its way to Jones. Jones throws it out of the zone to Fort Collins for a line change. Winogle pickpockets the man to the blue line. Winogle gets stood up. Lucier in there trying to get it. 2:06 left in this one. Around the cage comes Fort Collins to the blue line, but kept in by Winogle. Trumley got a stick on it, but nothing on it. To the blue line, Keogh picks it up. He stood up, separated from the puck. Winogle's there. He's checked into the boards. Trumley's poke checked around. Keogh does a great job as he loses his twig to kick it back into the zone. Delayed offside. And Trumley and Winogle have got to get back. Cross ice pass all the way to the blue line. Man on the back door. Nobody sees him, and it finds its way to him. But poke checked away at the last second. Winogle had it, lost it, got it back. Feathers it to the blue line, but not out to Keogh. Caught up in his skates. Winogle still on it. Cross ice pass. Skated to the blue line and thrown into the skates of a Fort Collins player, and it goes into the bench of the Cats. 1:17 left in this one. Puck is won by Cassaview. Caught up into the skates. Pinello poke checks it away. It comes to Gardner. He throws it off the boards. Pinello can't get to it as it gets around him and Miller. Gardner gets to it, throws it back around the boards, and Gardner has it thrown right back to him by Miller. 1 minute left in this one. Pinello behind his own cage. Stands the man up, sets a retrieving from the puck, throws it to the top of the circles to Heft, but he can't control. Pinello gets it back again, wraps it all the way around his cage to Gardner. Gardner does get there, had a stick on it once and twice, but not out. He does get a turnover to put it back, though. But poke checked away from him right back into the zone. 35 seconds left in this one. Fort Collins comes up with it. Throw to the top of the doorstep. Here's going to be a shot. Saved by Harris. Shot saved by Harris. And he chips it up into his own glove and holds on with 26 seconds left in this one. Puck down, one by Shanahan, back to the blue line. Kept in, though. Turned over at the blue line. Sawicki's got it, skates it in, shot way wide of the net. Shanahan wasn't there to catch it. Finds its way back to Shanahan. Here's a shot blocked in front to the blue line. Keenan's got it on his stick. Here comes a shot blocked in front by Fort Collins. And there's a breakaway coming the other way. 3-2. Here's a shot saved by Harris. And there is the whistle. One shining moment here tonight. Number 1, Jacob Harris. I can't even tell you. You guys probably know out there. I don't know how many shots he faced and saved. And there was one with 2 seconds left that he come up with big, down and out in the butterfly many times. He did everything he could, but your Cats outworked tonight in Fort Collins. They drop one 4-0. So we've said it once, we'll say it again, just like a rented mule. Walk this one out to the shed, kiss him on the lips, shoot him on the forehead, get back to a week of practice, and we play next Wednesday at the ATEX Center, Roston Valley. Once again, join us again in the Cats Den tomorrow night, senior night, varsity. For Kenny Jones, the Squirrel, I am Cotton McKnight, and it's a good thing I quit sniffing glue. We will see you tomorrow night.